you guys didn't know, I just started my brand new Fortnite channel where I upload Fortnite tips, updates, best moments, and more. If you guys play Fortnite, be sure to click that link down in the description, go over there, and subscribe. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some breaking news that was just found out about this supply drop system in World War II. There's been a lot of debate about this system, and this info is very, very interesting. It's something that is sort of breaking news, so I need to cover it in today's video. If you guys could drop a like on this video, let's go ahead and go for 117 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. Of course, smack that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed, and let's talk about it. So basically, something was found on Activision's support website, which states that certain guns that people were having trouble finding out of supply drops, we may have a reason why. And me personally, this really excited me, or not really excited me, but excited me to get some answers, because I'm someone that I've bought supply drops, I've grinded the game, and I still have no variants for the bar, which is probably my favorite gun in this game. Bar and PPSH, definitely my favorite assault rifle and SMG combo throughout the whole game, because those guns were good when the game first came out, and they're still good at this point. So a user on Reddit called Potent Delusions actually made a post where he found out what this this info that was coming from Activision. Now basically what it says is that some variants are only obtainable in common supply drops, and this was not information that was public on the game. This is not information I've checked beside different weapons. This is information that can only be found in this weird section of Activision support loot item thing. And basically what it says is that, I'll read you the exact quote that comes from Activision on their website. We've also included a handful of highly sought after weapon variants that are only found in common supply drops, giving you a better chance of earning these fan favorites, okay? And what he says, some of these variants that are exclusive to common supply drops that he has seen, and I've done a little bit of research on at least the main one, is the Bar Dude Up 2. I looked through, I've watched openings on YouTube, I watched about 10 of them. Every single person that's opened this Bar Dude Up 2 Heroic, which is a crazy good heroic gun, probably one of the ones that I want the most in this game, it has been from a common supply drop. He also states that some ideas he has of ones that could possibly be only from common supply drops are variants of the Bren, of the Luftwaffe drilling, of the Lewis, of the combat shotgun, the 1927, the P08, and the Kar 98K. Now, I'm not sure about these guns and which variants he's talking about specifically. You'd have to basically test different things. He says that basically the heroic Brens and the heroic Dude Up 2 are the ones that he's pretty sure are only available in common supply drops. Now, me personally, I didn't, go through and research every single variant of this through openings on YouTube, but I found pretty much for certain that the Dude Up 2 bar, everyone who's opened it, or at least 99%, because I've looked at it, has opened it through a common supply drop. And this also is backed up by Activision themselves, stating that highly sought after weapon variants can only be found in common supply drops. Now, this is absolute bullshit, to be honest, because the reason on the website that they say this is that the reason why they put these variants only in common supply drops is giving you a better chance of earning these fan favorites, which is just not true at all. First of all, this should be public information, and sure, you could say, oh, it's public information, it's on their support website. No one checks this website. It should say under certain variants in the game, for example, beside the Dude Up 2, it should say available in common supply drops only. Me personally, I've been spending money out of my own pocket. I've been grinding for drops and opening them, and I've been basically having no chance at a weapon that I really wanted because it's only available in common supply drops. Second of all, making it only available in common supply drops does not give people a better chance of earning these fan favorites. But if you want to give us a better chance, just increase the drop rates. Make them available in commons, rares, resistance, winter siege, bribes, everything. Just increase the drop rates. So this is completely a false narrative, and I don't really see why this is even a thing or why it's taking this long to be discovered. Now, Activision, and well, specifically Sledgehammer, has done a lot of things sloppy in this game, and World War II is a game that I care about. It's a game that I play. It's the main game I upload on my channel. Of course, Black Ops 4 announced for next year. I'm super hyped about that, but that game doesn't come out until October, and I'm still going to be playing World War II and updating that, or uploading that, and hopefully it keeps updating until then. Now, I think that this is really shady, and I honestly think the reason that they did this is that so it's actually harder to get these variants, so people keep spending money opening rare supply drops where they literally have zero chance at getting certain weapons, and I really don't even have words for what to say about this, except that this is extremely shady and the supply drop system in this game needs to be changed. First of all, this should be addressed. I highly doubt that Sledgehammer is going to address it. That would probably be a bad PR move. The best thing would probably for them just to ignore it. But I do think that overall, this is a huge issue. And now that we finally found out about it, I guess we know to open common supply drops, which is kind of messed up too, because commons are, I don't even know, they're a bit hard, not really harder to earn, but you get them after action reports. But most of the contracts and stuff give you rares or resistance or stuff like that, where you won't have a chance at this stuff. Now, the supply drop system in this game needs to be changed. I've talked about it more, and this just gives me extra incentive to do it. First of all, this whole event thing and keeping the event supply drops going on, it just seems like the supply drops in this game are super duper crowded. And at this point in this game, beforehand, there was no reason to buy really supply drops. First of all, weapon variants, most of them are cosmetic only. Well, not most of them. A lot of them change the gun's iron sights, like the grease gun candy I'm using this gunfight right here in this gameplay, which is technically, you could argue, cosmetic, but it does increase the weapon's performance. I don't think there's any debate about that. Certain weapons can have increased performance in their variants based off of the iron sight changes, and of course they also have a increased playability, I guess you could say, or whatever you want to call it, based off the fact that you'll level up 10 to 15% faster depending on your variant. Now, what I think needs to be changed about the supply drop system, and well, another thing they've already done is they've removed special orders from the game. If you guys don't know what special orders were, those were with Major Howard, the guy in the cave in the headquarters, special contracts basically that you could do and that you could take to earn yourself free DLC weapons, whether they were from the Winter Siege event or from the Resistance event. And as of right now, it's just been absolutely removed with an event coming up in the future. Now, this leads me to believe that this next event, they're not selling enough supply drops, and this next event, they might make these guns supply drop only, which, fair enough, Black Ops 3 does it, a bunch of other CODs do it. That's, we can't really, I guess you can hate on it, but it's sort of expected at this point. But I think the supply drop system in this game needs to be changed. They need to add more camos, more meaningful stuff. Stop adding, I wouldn't say remove some of these calling cards, but these next events, don't add so many calling cards or outfits or different stuff that people don't care about. Add more weapon variants that are in the game right now. Make them so you don't only get them out of common supply drops, which is super shady. Make it so you can get them out of every single supply drop. Add, if you want to do DLC weapons supply drops only and no contracts, sure, I guess, people are going to hate on that, and I definitely do agree, but that's just a business move on their end. At least make some of the weapons earnable, but as far as the weapon variants, camos, make supply drops more interesting in this game, because supply drops are a thing that updates the game and keeps the game constant and fun for a very long time. And at this point, the supply drop system is basically dead in this game, and with us coming across Reddit users and now the community talking about this information even more, it definitely doesn't help the case with the supply drop system in this game. Now, speaking of supply drop system, a big talk about now is with Black Ops 4, what the supply drop system is going to be like. And I want to ask you guys, which game do you think has the best supply drop system overall? So what we have is we have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, where they had guns and variants and supply drops. We had Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We had Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, and then World War II. I think all of these games, none of them really did supply drops right. I think they took things that were good, took things that were bad. I think the way Infinite Warfare did it was pretty good, where you could earn the base weapons, but then they had, I guess you could say, stat changing variants in the supply drops, which technically the line with pay to win here is so blurred with Call of Duty at this point. I think that is just whatever is the cleanest and whatever gives the players the best experience. With Infinite Warfare, if you play the game a lot, I know that there was a specific streamer, I can't remember his name, but he was max 30th prestige. He never spent a dime on the game, and he had every single variant collected. I think that's the way it should be, and I don't think in Black Ops 3 it would be the same story. There's no way you could get all the weapons without spending money in that game. So I think Infinite Warfare had a good supply drop system. World War II also does. It's just the contents of the supply drop system and the ways they've been doing it have been sort of shady. I want to talk about this, and I want to get your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. Which game had the best supply drop system, and what would you like to see Black Ops 4 system like in the future? And also, how do you think they should change Call of Duty World at War? So answer, any of those questions that you want to in the comment section down below. I love this game. I like the variants in this game. I think some of them have cool looks, especially the heroics and the ones that are going to be released in the future. But there definitely needs to be some changes made. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, sub for Cookie and Outlooky, and I'm out. Peace.